Brent Venables had a lot more to say in his press conference. He went a long time on Wednesday with the media. A couple things really stood out. We're going to discuss those coming up next here on Locked On Sooners.
You are Locked On Sooners, your daily podcast on the Oklahoma Sooners. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Jay, in relation to Jackson Arnold, this was an all-timer quote. If the storms are a reason why guys want to leave, I'm all for it. I'll help them pack their bags. I think, again, in the portal era, everybody jumps to the conclusion that when things aren't going well, you're going to start losing all your talented players. Brent Venables is like, well, hey, if they want to go just because we're having a hard time, I'll pull the suitcase out of the closet. I'll start emptying the drawers. Where do you want to pack these things? Do you want bubble wrap around your valuables or not? I'll help you get out the door.
Do you want me to ship it anywhere? Is there any particular place you want this to go?
Do you need a letter of recommendation?
Right. Do you need a letter of recommendation? I got you. I will do whatever I need to help you not ever come back. And I am totally in that exact same mindset, because to me, there is no reason for any fan to think that there's players on this roster that have quit. Like, I don't get that idea, that thought, and understand why. I mean, I've seen a lot of people say that, and they've asked, all the players have quit. And it's like, who quit? Tell me, who are they? I love to know, because to me, as Brent Venables said that, I'm like, yes, we know that the type of person you are and the type of person you've been with these players is that if you decide that you don't want to be here, you can go and we'll help you out. But you're not going to be practicing with the team. You're not going to be around the team. You're not going to be participating in stuff with the team, because that's not how this staff has ever worked. They're not about having guys here that don't want to be here. So to me, and he said that too, NIL is fine. We also want guys that want to wear the crimson and cream. That's what's most important. So we're going to pay dudes, but we only pay the dudes that actually want to be here, not the ones that's only chasing a check. They want guys that want to be here and that embody the school. And that's the funny thing is, isn't that what fans want? Yeah. But then they get mad when you do it. It's like, what do you want? John, I don't get it. Like, which one do they want? Do they actually want what they're asking for or not? Because when he's giving you what you're asking for, you're getting mad about it.
Yeah, we want everything. We want it all. We want all the success. We don't want the hardship.
Yep.
It's unfamiliar territory for Oklahoma fans. We've not been in a situation where we've missed a bowl game since 1998. I mean, we're 4-4. We still have a chance to go to a bowl game, but to have losing seasons, that's not in many Oklahoma fans' worldview. Unless you are older than I am, you weren't an adult the last time Oklahoma experienced consecutive losing seasons or 2 losing seasons in 3 years, lost 4 straight games or 3 straight games. It just doesn't happen at Oklahoma very often. And so we kind of have this, we've been spoiled. I mean, that's just the way it comes. That's really what it comes down to. I mean,
that's
we're
just
the
simplest way to say it.
And that's not a bad thing. That's not to say that we're like spoiled little brats. That's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is we've experienced a lot of success over the last 25 years that it's easy to kind of get off your rocker a little bit when things aren't going right. But what I think we can see here is that Brent Venables believes the locker room is still very much intact, that the guys are still bought into the process. They're still committed to the program. They're still committed to the work. And I think that shows up on Saturdays. You don't see a lack of effort. A lack of effort is not the issue. Talent might be the issue. Experience might be the issue. But these dudes are battling. And if anything, that's what you can hang your hat on for 2024, is you're finding out who are the dudes that we can ride with. Who are the guys that we're going to be able to go to battle with every Saturday because they fought with us. They experienced the ups, the downs, the highs, the very low lows of the 2024 season. And we're going to battle back even better.
Right. They actually want to play, and they want to play here. And that's what you're looking for. You're looking for guys that care.
Yep.
And we're seeing that now. They're still out there playing hard every single week. They're not quitting. They're not quitters like fans are. And, I don't mind the fans going ahead and leaving and quitting. That actually makes me feel good. I'm actually happy when fans decide to leave, because that tells me that's who's a real fan and who's not. You always got to find that silver lining. But Brent Venables tried to find some silver lining too, John. He talked about the goal now is this weekend is to try to start a winning streak. You think we got a chance? Because I think we can get at least 2. I think we can win 3 out of 4.
We'll see. I think we can win 2. I think they can win the next 2. Listen, Missouri has talent. I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat it and be like they're a terrible team, but against the 2 teams that have a pulse in the SEC, they've gotten outscored 75-10 against Texas A&M and Alabama. Now, 2 pretty good teams, 2 teams that are going to be playoff contenders, but Missouri basically was a no-show. I mean, I think Oklahoma can beat them. I really do. And I think Oklahoma will beat Maine. Spoiler alert for our prediction show. But yeah, I think they can beat Missouri too. Now, which Alabama team do we see here in a month? That's going to be a great question, because is this the Alabama team that kind of no-showed against Vandy, or is this the Alabama team that went on that welcomed Mizzou into Columbia? Is this the Alabama team that beat Georgia, or is this the Alabama team that struggled against Tennessee? Who are we going to see? And then going on the road against LSU to Baton Rouge, man, that's just going to be a tough game, man. I have no expectations for what that game could be. It could be Oklahoma just pulls it all together and finds a way to fight and battle for the whole game, or it all falls apart and you end the season on a low note. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what we wanted to. But I would like for us to go out there and and actually fight. Now, I'll say this. If we have continuity on the line and we get a couple of wide receivers back, I think we can put together a competent run similar to what we did against Ole Miss in the first half. Yeah. Actually be able to win. Like I said, we could sneak a win out of those, sneak 3 out of the last 4. I don't know if we can win all 4 and finish 8-4. That would be awesome. That would be a great way to start the year, but I'm not going to predict that. But I will say, like you said, Missouri's, if they lock, because Cook, I mean, all everybody was saying, they think his hand is broken. If his hand's broken, he's done, and we saw what Drew Pine does. And I don't know if they have another quarterback that's in the background that can play. They also don't have their running back right now. We'll find out on the next injury report what that looks like. But yeah, there's a potential set of struggles there if you're out your starting running back and you're out your starting quarterback, and you got to just figure it out from there. Because you mentioned it. You mentioned yesterday that Missouri fans, they feel like they're wasting Luther Burden, and probably did.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting here in a couple of weeks when we get to go face Missouri, because that's a fan base that's been real high and mighty over the last 10 months as Oklahoma's made their journey into the SEC.
Lots of yapping.
Can Oklahoma extend their series domination right now? That sits at 67, 25, and 5 all time in a series that dates back to 1902. So yeah, it'll be fascinating there. But no, man, anything's possible, dude. If you get Deion Burks back and you add him to the offense, why not, dude? Why can't Oklahoma go pull off an upset of Alabama? Again, Alabama has not looked unbeatable. And again, Oklahoma would have to play their best game of the season to do it. But this season has been so crazy, it just might happen.
This has been the wildest season. And we'll accept anything else wild that can happen, especially Alabama coming through on the road and potentially losing. We'll take it.
Yeah, but you know what? And I don't want to do the whole moral victories things, but if you just give me 2 wins these next 2 weeks, everything else is gravy. Everything else is a cherry on the Sunday. Just get me to a bowl game. Get all those young offensive linemen extra practice snaps. Get Jackson Arnold extra practice reps. Just give me all the extra practice as we get ready for 2025, because you're just building for that right now, and that's okay. True. It's okay to understand that and be in that place to just keep building forward and giving your young guys as much experience as possible as you get ready for next season. And that's going to do it for today's episode of Locked On Sooners. Thanks so much for tuning in, being a part of the show. Subscribe to the show wherever you get your podcasts. We're free and available on all podcast platforms and on YouTube. So hit that subscribe button and that notification bell to let you know when new episodes drop. Follow Jay at Unfair Sports. Go check out his channel, Unfair Sports, as well. I'm John Williams. You can follow me at John9Williams, and you can follow my work over at SoonersWire.com. But until next time, he's Jay. I'm John. Boomer.
Sooner.